there, I'm Mrs. Baker, your art teacher this year, and I would like to start by introducing you to the art room and letting you know what our rules are. So the first thing to remember is that here at McDonald International School, we follow the McDonald way, which means we are safe, we are kind, we are responsible. And we are all three of those things in the art room. Specifically, there are some rules that we have in the art room that we need to follow every day. The first is listen carefully. I often give directions and explain how to do things, and if you're not listening carefully, your project may not come out the way you like. Use time wisely. You'll notice this year our art time is shorter, so it's crucial that you use your time wisely when you're in here. Number 3 is speak kindly. We only use kind words when we talk to each other in art because we want people to feel comfortable to take chances, maybe take some risks in their art making, and we won't feel comfortable if we know that people are speaking unkindly. So we speak kindly and encourage people to take risks. The next one is show respect. That's not just respect for me as a teacher, but respect for all the students in the classroom and respect for our materials. All the materials you use are shared with over 450 other people. We need to respect them so that others can use them as well. Stay seated. We're not always going to be in our chairs, but during working times we need to stay seated so that people can safely get around the room. And then the last one is do your best. We are all capable of doing amazing things if we really try and have a growth mindset. Do your best. And it's okay to make mistakes. We learn from those mistakes, but we're always going to try. All right, for your safety, we're going to go over the 3 types of drills that we have here at McDonald International School and what you're going to do here in the art room. So the first type of drill is an earthquake drill. Lucy Jane, could you demonstrate what to do in an earthquake drill? Notice she's going under her table and she's holding onto one of the table legs. She's going to make sure that her whole entire body is under the table, and it's okay to push the chairs out of the way if you need to. The reason we're under the table is in case anything gets to start shaking up above us and falls down, the top of the table will protect us. All right, Lucy Jane, you may go back to your seat. Thank you. The next type of drill that we might have to do in the art room is called a lockdown drill. And this is basically when we find a safe spot in the room and we hang out very quietly in case there's something in the neighborhood or around the building that is unsafe. So when we have a lockdown drill, Lucy Jane, do you remember what our safe or friendly corner is? I'll give you a clue. So it gets a little cozy, but our safe corner, our friendly wall, is this wall right here in front of the cupboards in the sink. And we're going to come and we're going to sit down as quietly as we can, and then we stay quiet while the lockdown drill is happening. It's not a time for talking. It's a time for just being quiet and patient. Lucy, what should we do if we hear a fire drill is being called? So Lucy's come right to the door. She stopped at the blue line. Thank you, Lucy. One person will need to keep the door open. We don't lock it, we don't prop it. We just have one student hold it. And then I'm going to show you how we exit the building. During a fire drill, as you come out the door, these yellow doors are actually going to be closed for our safety. So when we exit the building, we walk right down these stairs and out the door underneath the exit sign. When we exit the building, we are walking, not running, and we are doing so without talking. Right, Lucy Jane? High five. Thank you. While we're out here, Lucy Jane and I would like to show you something else that's new this year. So when you come to art, there is a sign right underneath my name, thank you, and it's going to tell you what you need to do as you come into the art room. This is a way that we're going to be able to be more efficient with our time. So if you walk up to the art room and it says, please have a seat on the floor, you don't even have to ask. You just know to go and have a seat on the floor. Thank you. If you see the sign says, welcome to the art room, please have a seat at your table, you know not to sit on the floor, but go right to your table and sit down. Excellent. And then the last option is, it might say, please gather your materials, have a seat, and start working. That means we've already talked about the project, we just need to get right to work. Let's talk about some art room procedures. The first procedure we need to talk about is using the restroom. If you're going to use the restroom, please do so during a work time. If I'm giving directions or modeling a technique, it's not the best time to go. But if we're all working, that's a good time to use the restroom. If you're going to go, you'll need to take the pass and wear it, and you'll need to check in with me before you leave the room so that I know in case of emergency where you are. Another procedure we have here in the art room is our jobs chart. So we have 4 colors, blue, yellow, green, and red, and that matches the 4 colors that are on the table name tag. So the name of the table is in the middle. This is the line table that Lucy Jane is sitting at. And she is currently sitting in the green spot. That means if I put a job next to the green card, that would be Lucy Jane's job. So it looks like today, Lucy Jane, you're in charge of paper. Although I don't have any paper for you to pass. You could pretend. Oh, look at her go. She's passing paper at her table because that is her job. So also on this wall, some important procedure-like things. Oh, I love it. She's demonstrating that all of our materials are right here. So when I ask you to get a pencil box, here's where they are. Sharpies, crayon boxes, scissors, glue, sticks, and Elmer's white glue. And then new this year are our collage boxes. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes that each have colored paper in them, scraps. And when we're doing collage work, either independently or as a class, these bins will hold all of our papers, and they're sorted by color. Also on this side of the room, we've got our perseverance poster, where we keep ideas for perseverance strategies when things get challenging. We also have our craftsmanship poster that is a great way to check in and make sure that our craftsmanship is the best it can be by comparing it to these examples. Right here is where all of the sketchbooks are going to live, and underneath it are some 3D building tools like Shapescapes and Connectagons. These are the drawing boxes for our older students who are using drawing pencils and tortillon and all that great stuff. And then here are the famous yellow caddies that we use quite often when you want a variety of art supplies. So especially when we do sketchbook time, I'll ask you to go get a yellow caddy. That's what these are. You'll also find other art materials on this cart or on this shelf, like chalk pastels, oil pastels, more markers and crayons and things like that, black pens. We also have skin color crayons and colored pencils and sharpeners and fun scissors and stuff like that as well. So I think I'm going to go back this way, remember, is that our learning goal will always be posted, and it'll be posted right up here in the front of the room. That's a change from last year. And also a change from last year, I've taken all of the drawing books, I've even added quite a few more, and they're all going to live right here in these blue boxes in the front of the room. I've also put some still life objects here in the front, and they are replacing the books that we used to have for just kind of free reading, because we're really going to focus on building our drawing skills this year, our observational drawing skills especially. We have a lovely time timer, new to the classroom, because also new to us here in the art room. Classes will only be 30 minutes long, not 60. So we're going to use this time timer to keep ourselves, you and me, on track so that we make the most of our 30 minutes that we have together. forgetting anything?